Just because there are some color days, it doesn't mean we have to stop to dress pretty. So I will show you how to make this bare shoulder top or midi dress. You will not believe how easy and fast it is to make, and besides the shoulder part, it's quite warm as well. This dress or top is a beginner level sewing project, and also it's very quick to make. The main feature obviously are the bare shoulders and the double folded collar detail. The dress is in midi length and the skirt part is straight. It is not narrowed, which means that it will be comfortable to walk. The sleeves are long enough to cover your wrists. This pattern comes in US sizes 0 to 20 and European sizes 32 to 52. You can find this pattern in our Etsy or online store. The links are down in the description. This pattern comes in A0 format, which you can print at a copy shop, and also in US letter A4 formats, which you can print with a regular printer. There are only 4 details altogether. If you are planning to make the top option, then these are the lines you need to look at. The thicker black line is the pattern with seam allowance, and the thinner line is the pattern itself. You will need a jersey fabric that has at least 50% of stretch. I'm going to use the super soft cotton rib fabric. You will also need matching threads. This is optional, but I am going to use an elastic band, which is approximately 1 cm wide. I am going to put it in the shoulder area to give more stability. Most of the time I will be using a serger, but if you don't have it, don't worry. Head down to the description, there is a video which shows what kind of sewing machine stitches you can use instead of a serger. Also, I would advise to use a special sewing machine's needle for jersey materials. Let's start by cutting out the pattern details. By the way, in the tutorial file there is a page with suggested pattern layouts. It might save you some time about deciding how to place the pattern details. Don't forget to cut the notches at the sleeve and at the front panel. This will help us later to match the details. Lay the back and front panels with the right sides facing each other. Stitch both side seams. If you need to, you can pin these seams, but if you are using a serger, be very careful to take out these pins before stitching. Press both seams towards the back panel. Take the sleeves and fold them in a way that the right sides are facing each other. Stitch the side seam of the sleeves. Press the seam towards the back. Let's join the sleeves with the top panel. So take the sleeves and flip them so the right side is towards the outside. Then place them inside the top so the right sides are facing each other. Match the side seams and front notches. Stitch the armhole. While we are here, let's also pin the other sleeve and work with them simultaneously. In this way we will be able to save quite some time. Just be very careful with those pins and the serger's knife. One thing is that it can ruin serger's knife, but what's even worse that these pins can fly around and it's really bad for your own safety. Lay the neck panels with the right sides facing each other and stitch the side seams. Press the side seams towards the back panel. After pressing, fold this neck panel on half so the right side is towards outside. Press down the folded edge. Be very careful right here. You will need to match the neck panel's right side with the top's wrong side. So the neck panel's right side goes to the top's wrong side. Match the notches at the sleeve with the neck panel's side seams. We will need to stitch around all these 3 layers together. Now let's press down the seam towards the top. If your material is very structured and quite tight on you, you might want to skip the step with adding the elastic band, but I will add it, and I'm starting by marking the middle point and the quarters. I will also mark the middle points for my top's front and back panels. I'm leaving the markings on the seam allowance. To keep the elasticity, I recommend to use a zigzag stitch, and if you have it, then 3-step zigzag stitch would be even better. Take the previously made seam and make sure that the seam allowance is still holding towards the top. Take the elastic band and place it on top of the seam allowance, and then make a zigzag stitch right through all these layers. So there's the layer of top, the seam allowance and the elastic band. Remember to match the markings on the elastic band with the markings on the top. You will probably need to slightly stretch the elastic band so everything is matching. Flip the neck panel towards the top and press this edge in a way that there is 1 mm visible of the neck panel. The final thing we need to do is to hem the sleeves and also hem the bottom edge. If you have a cover stitch machine, you probably know what to do, but since I don't have it, I will simply use a serger to hem the sleeves and the bottom edge. If you don't have the serger, then use the stitch you used with the sewing machine, and then fold the hem allowance and stitch it with the sewing machine. Use a stitch that has some elasticity, such as that lightning bolt stitch, or I will be using a 3-step straight stitch. In the worst case, you can also use a zigzag stitch, just make it a bit narrower so it would be less visible. For hemming, I really like to use this special ruler that has this 2 cm mark. But you can also use the guidelines on the sewing machine or just the regular ruler. Yes, I'm not super happy about this wavy hem, but things like this most of the times can be fixed on the ironing board. Continue working this way with the other sleeve and with the bottom edge. Give the final press and you have finished! If you enjoyed this tutorial, please leave us a like and subscribe to our channel for more sewing and knitting tutorials. Bye!